Hello everyone, it's me again. So in this video I'll talk about the build command and the eject command, what it does and why it exists. Okay, so let's pull our command line terminal and let's run yarn build. Okay, so what this will do is it'll generate a build folder that will have all the files that all the components, all the styles and files that we just wrote in our React. It's going to be all compiled and transpiled into older versions of JavaScript, minified and ready to be used in your server. So you only have to drag them, drop them in your server, and you're done. So this is, if you look over here in the index, this is the index. It's all minified. And if we look at this service worker, this is all the code for the service worker. It is all compiled and transpiled to older versions of JavaScript. I can tell by the use of the var keyword. Is only used in older versions of JavaScript. Normally we don't use the var in newer versions. If we take a look at the static files, here we have the JS. The JS is where all our components are, because we obviously write our components in JavaScript, so it is compiled and transpiled to JavaScript, normal JavaScript, and it's very, very hideous and you can't tell which is which, but I can show you that this is our component. And by going to source, and if we open up our component, you see we have the word hello world over here. And if we go to our minified file, the JavaScript, if we look for the word hello, well, we can find it over here. It is over here indeed. As you can see, it is all mushed and pushed inside this file. You can't really tell what it's doing, but it is doing something, and only the browser can tell. Okay, so this is what the command build does. It basically builds the static files and get them ready to be used in your server. Okay. Now you can delete this. It's not a problem. You can just delete this, and you run yarn build again, and it'll just build it again. Okay. You can change something, for example, and then build it again, and it'll give you the same result. Okay. It's not a problem. But when it comes to yarn eject, this is where we have to be careful, because if we run yarn eject, you can't recover from this. You can't back up. It's basically what yarn eject does. It will download all the files, all the build files, all the Babel and Webpack configuration files into your local machine, and at that point you can't really go back. You have to, everything. If you need to configure something to do something else, you have to play with the Webpack configuration yourself, because at that point the Create React app do not have any control over your project. So let's run yarn eject just to show you, and it is, are you sure you want to eject? This action is permanent. Okay, say yes, and as you can see, we have the config folder over here with all the configurations that we need. Okay, this is the env.js. I don't know what most of these folder does, but this is most of the configurations. You can really look into this. Is not that much, but yeah, this is all the configuration. This is Webpack configuration. It is a lot. It is a lot of configurations. So if you're working on a new project, I don't recommend doing this unless you know what you're doing. This is only if you really want to have full control over your project and you don't want any third-party libraries or anything, third-party services to control your project for you. This is a lot of files. Okay, so that's all I got for today. I hope this was helpful for you, and thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.